Hello, thanks for joining Yoga with Allie. Today we're going to do a short 30-minute little yoga break that you can do in the middle of your workday if you need a little lunch break in the middle of your day to get some energy. This class is for you. So we're going to start on our backs. Before you get started, you're going to need a yoga mat and 2 blocks. And if you don't have blocks, maybe some paper towel rolls or toilet paper rolls, the things we are all desiring, those would work great. Okay, so grab those, and then when you're ready, get on your backs, and we're going to start in child's pose. So let's bring our big toes together, knees apart. Send your hips back, and really take those knees nice and wide so they're at the edges of your mat, and then crawl your arms forward and let your forehead just rest down on the mat. And just close your eyes here and do a little mental scan of your body. As you take a big inhale, just notice any tension or tightness you might be experiencing in your shoulders. As you do that, soften your shoulder blades down your back. And as you exhale, just allow your hips to sink a little closer towards your heels. And notice maybe a little tightness or tension you might have in the low back or your hips. If you're sitting a lot, this might feel really good. Take a couple deep breaths here. And just take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. This 30 minutes, what do you need in these 30 minutes? Let that be something that guides you for the next half hour. So on your next inhale, just walk your hands back a little bit and then lift your hips up. And walk your knees in so your knees are right underneath your hip bones. So you don't want your knees out wide. Bring them right underneath the hip bones, and then have your hands right below you. Your wrist creases are facing the front of your yoga mat, and your shoulders are in line with those wrist creases. From there, you're going to inhale into cow pose, gaze up, and create a nice smile shape right here in your spine. As you begin to exhale through your nose, round your spine like a rainbow shape. And then on your next inhale, look up, gaze up, and as you exhale, round the spine. Just do that a few more times, starting to connect your pose with your breath. That's what a vinyasa flow is all about. It's linking breath and pose together. Let's do that one more time. And then find a neutral position in your spine. I'm going to have you tuck your toes under, press into both hands, engage your core, and just lift your knees right off the mat, and like a little bit, maybe an inch or 2 at the most. So look down at your knees and see how high you have them lifted. Just hover them there, and then from there, inhale, look up for cow, and as you exhale, round for cat. Do that a few more times. So just getting a little bit of core work here as you're warming up that spine. This time at the bottom of your exhale, straighten those legs, walk your feet back to a comfortable downward facing dog. Now let's take our feet a little bit wider. So if you're doing this in the middle of your workday and you're sitting a lot, your back might be tight. So take your feet wide, spread your fingers and firmly press into your hands and send your hips up and back. And let's bend both knees a little bit here, sending your sitting bones up as you press into your hands, and then work towards straightening them. You don't have to have straight legs in your down dog. And then bend your right knee and alternate, letting the opposite heel just sink to the floor. Go ahead and lift both of your heels. We're going to swivel your heels to the right and then let them come down as you press into your palms. And then do that on the other side. Take your heels to the left, press into your palms, send your sits bones up. And then come on back to center. Walk your feet a little bit closer together if that feels right in your body. Otherwise, you can keep your feet wide. Let's look forward. We're going to walk the feet to the top of your yoga mat. Take as many steps as you need. From there, inhale, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Do that again. Inhale, press away, look forward. And then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. On your next inhale, you're going to sweep your arms up to the sky. Reach up, look up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. This time as you exhale, take your shoulder blades, squeeze them together as you goalpost your arms, just like that. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, goalpost your arms, gaze up. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, goalpost your arms. This time we're going to inhale, reach up. Take a side body stretch. Bring your right hand either to your hip, or if it feels okay in your body, you can bring your hand to your thigh or even behind your back. So you should feel this on the left side of your body here. On your next inhale, reach both arms up. Soften your shoulders and take it the other way. Do what you like with your arm. It might feel different on this side. Go explore, see what feels good. On your next inhale, reach both arms up. As you exhale, slowly hinge and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, you're going to plant your hands. Step your feet back to plank pose, top of a push-up. So shoulders are over your wrist creases. Check your alignment. Walk your feet back. Notice my body is not rounded. It's also not swooping down. We're lifted. Your core is engaged. And what you want to do is look in front of your yoga mat. Think of your neck as an extension of your spine. Take one more inhale here. Keep your neck long. Slowly lower chaturanga. Now you're going to bring your elbows right by your rib cage and lower down. You can always drop your knees. From here, elbows hug in. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower. Do that again. 2 more cobras with your breath. Inhale, lift the chest. Shoulders go down the back. Exhale, lower. One more time. Your exhale, you lower. Take your hands now behind your back. Lace your fingers together. The tops of your feet stay on the mat. You're going to just look down on the floor in front of you and inhale, lift just your chest. So we're going to incorporate some back bends today. Back bends are very energizing. Very good to do in the middle of your workday. One more breath. Exhale, release your chest. Bring your hands back by your sides. We're going to tuck your toes under. We're going to lift your knees off the mat. So I want you to fire up your quadriceps right now and then press into your palms and find plank. Maybe you're thinking, I'm not in the mood for a plank. So instead, you keep your knees down and have a modified plank. That's perfectly wonderful. One more breath here, and then send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through your nose. Let go of something as you open your mouth. Say the word ah. Do that again. This time you got to do it with me. Inhale through your nose. No one's around. Be noisy. Let it go. Ha. Look forward. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. When you get there, inhale, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana, and then exhale, fold. Take your arms out like wings. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach those arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, this time hands come right to your heart. And then let's find mountain pose, arms at your sides. Soften your shoulders. Close your eyes for a moment. Spread the toes out. Root down in all 4 corners of your feet. Soften your shoulders down your back. On your next inhale, open your eyes, reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, slowly swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward. This time, as you exhale, take a big step back with your right foot. You're going to be in a runner's lunge. Now, if you have blocks, paper towels won't work so well here because they might roll around, but you can try them. But if you don't have blocks, your hands are down on the floor, which is fine. Or you can use your blocks at any height. From here, I want you to inhale, look forward, allow your hips to drop a little bit. And then as you exhale, press into the floor or the blocks, fold over your left leg. Now your front and left leg does not need to be straight. It can be bent, but I want you to fold. On your next inhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, press and fold forward. One more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back to your lunge. From here, we're gonna just take a twist. So your right hand will stay down on the floor or your block and reach your left arm up to the sky. Now you can definitely have your right hand on your paper towels if you're using that. As far as your right knee, you can modify and drop the knee, or you can keep it lifted, your choice. If you want a little more side body stretch, take this arm over your ear, revolve your hand so the pinky side is down toward the floor, and then look forward at your palm. Maybe draw your left hip back a little bit. One more breath. As you exhale, your left hand comes down to the floor. You can move your blocks away. We're going to step your left foot back to plank. On your exhale, slowly lower chaturanga, coming all the way down. Inhale, lift your heart for cobra, or maybe you're ready for upward facing dog. Up dog, nothing touches the floor but your hands and the top of the feet. If you're not ready for that, don't do it. Just keep your thighs down. One more breath, relax your shoulders down your back, and then tuck your toes, make your way to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Now 3 breaths in yoga are slow breaths. It's not like a boot camp class where you're breathing fast. Take it nice and slow. 1 more breath here. At the bottom of your exhale, look forward, walk, or if you want to hop your feet, bend your knees, look forward, and hop your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your hands together at the heart. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, hinge and fold forward. We're back in a lunge. This time we're going to take a big step back with your left foot. So yep, we're doing the same thing. So make sure your right knee is over the ankle. You've got a nice 90-degree angle in the right leg. Maybe you're on your fingertips, maybe you're on the floor with your hands flat, or you're using your blocks. So I want you to slide your left foot way, way back, and then look forward. Get nice and long. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, press into the blocks on the floor and fold. We're going to stay a few breaths. Your right knee can be bent. You're on the ball of your left foot. Your right hip is drawing back, and your head, just relax it. Shake it out, yes and no. No need for tension in the neck. On your next inhale, find your lunge. As you exhale, find your fold. 2 more just like that with your breath. Do that 1 more time. We're going to meet back in the lunge. I want you to plant your left hand down, take your right arm up to the sky. Again, your option, you can drop your knee. You can have your left hand on a block or a roll of toilet paper. You can take this right arm over your ear, revolve the pinky side so your pinky is down toward the floor and you're looking at your palm. Take 1 more big breath here. As you exhale, bring your right hand down to the floor. We're going to step your right foot back to plank. You can move your blocks off the mat if you've got them on there, and slowly lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart for cobra or up dog, and then roll over those toes, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through your nose, and a big exhale out the mouth. Be noisy. Why not be noisy? We're going to do that again. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, take your right leg up behind you. You're going to bend your knee and just open your hip. So I want you to press firmly into both hands. Allow your head to relax. And you're going to lift your knee up toward the sky as your right heel comes toward your booty. 1 more breath just like that. And then on your next inhale, send your leg long behind you. So look at your toes. All 5 toes should be down toward the floor. Make sure your foot isn't turned out. We're going to take a giant step forward with your right foot. You're in a runner's lunge again. We were here a few moments ago. This time we're going to come all the way up to crescent pose. So crescent pose, or Anjaneyasana in Sanskrit, looks like this. It's just a lunge. You can modify this by bending your left knee or letting your left knee come all the way down. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your jaw is relaxed. You're breathing. So check in and see. No clenching anywhere. Even the toes of your right foot, lift those toes up and just kind of fan them out on the mat. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, take a twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Find your balance. So you might need to drop your knee. If you want to challenge your balance, look back toward that right hand. One more breath here. Come back to crescent. Inhale. As you exhale, spin your left foot flat. We're going to be in warrior two. So in warrior two, check your feet. Your right foot should be in line with your left arch. Your right toes are facing the front of your yoga mat. Your left toes are turned in about 20 degrees. And then if you notice my leg right now doesn't have a very big bend in it, go for a big bend. Go for this 90-degree angle if you can. Your arms are going to go whoop out to the sides. Your gaze is over your right hand. Check in with your shoulders, they should be relaxed. You're breathing fluidly, in and out through your nose. On an inhale, don't move your legs, just reverse your warrior. Your right hand reaches to the back of your yoga mat. On your next exhale, come forward into side angle pose. We're going to bring the right forearm on your thigh, your left arm is up to the sky. And I want you to use this forearm, press your knee open, and you'll feel this nice expansion on your chest. Your chest gets tight when you sit at a desk that might not be your usual desk that you work at, so you might be getting really tight. So use this opportunity to open. If your shoulders feel tight, maybe you take that arm behind you and reach for the right hip crease. Your gaze can be over your left shoulder. If that doesn't feel good on your neck, just keep it neutral. One more breath. Okay, so we're going to come back up, and I don't want you to straighten your leg, okay? So take a big inhale, just reach your arms to the sides. And I want you to think about your intention that you wanted for this 30 minutes of your day that you carved out for yourself to be 110% fully present and fully selfish. Focus on you. One more breath right here. Straighten your right leg. That should feel good. Reverse your triangle. So now we're going to reach to the back of your mat again, but this time your right leg is straight. Come on up. We're going to reach forward. Right hand down, left arm up. Find your triangle pose. Best pose ever. I love this pose. So now I want you to go exploring in your body. Maybe you like your arm up. Maybe when I said, are your shoulders tight? You said that, yep, that's me. Then take your hand behind you and keep this shoulder away from your ear. So think left shoulder away from left ear. Or maybe arm over your ear if your side body is tight. If you want to work your core, you can float the right arm underneath the left as an option. On your next inhale, come on up. We're going to come back into warrior two. From here, we're going to bring your hands down to the floor. We're back in your lunge. We're going to step your right foot back to plank and slowly lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart for cobra or upward facing dog. We're going to stay a couple extra breaths. So press the floor away from yourself. Relax your shoulders. Your elbows can be bent. Your hips can be down. Do what feels right in your body. One more breath. Roll over those toes, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and just let it go. Do that again. Big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. On your next inhale, stay right where you are. You're going to send your left leg up to the sky. And then you're going to bend your knee and open your hip. So your left knee, think about it going up toward the ceiling, and your left heel coming toward your right booty. One more breath. Straighten the leg. Roll the toes down. So your hip rolls down, your toes roll down. Check back, look at those toes. And then bring that knee forward and find your runner's lunge on the left side. So when you're ready, we're going to come up to crescent pose. Now, you might already know I'm dropping my knee. I'm going to come here. Or you keep the knee lifted, or you have the knee bent. Do what feels right in your body. Relax your shoulders. And now we're going to take a twist. So you can take it or you can skip it and stay in crescent pose. If you're going with me, the left arm is reaching back, and you're going to challenge your balance more and look back. Because what are you afraid of? So what if you fall? all. It is a yoga pose. Don't beat yourself up over losing balance. If you're looking back, look forward at your right hand and come back to crescent. Soften your shoulders and open into warrior two. So readjust your feet. Your left heel is in line with your right arch. You're sinking in your left knee. Your left toes are facing the front of your yoga mat, and your right toes are turned in a little bit. Your arms, reach them. Energize them. Soften the shoulders. Can you sink a little more in your left knee? I thought so. Yep, can you soften your shoulders a little bit? Unclench your jaw. Keep all that. And then reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. Keep sending your left knee forward. For some reason, we tend to straighten it. You don't need to. Come back. Left forearm on your thigh, right arm up to the sky. Feel that expansion in the wingspan, like your whole chest is just opening up. You're using your left forearm to press your left thigh away and give you more wingspan. Maybe you take that half wrap. Maybe you take the arm over your ear. Go explore. It might feel entirely different on the side. But if you're taking the half wrap, make sure your shoulder isn't coming forward, but you're opening it and this shoulder is moving away from the right ear, or your right ear. Okay, I want you to sink into your left knee more. Come back up, warrior two. Look over your left hand. See your intention. Tell yourself right now how incredibly strong you are. It's not easy holding this position. It looks easy. It's not. Spread the toes out of your right foot and your left foot. One more breath. That's it. Straighten your left leg. Reverse your triangle. Reach up and back. Right hand to the back thigh. Feel that nice side body stretch. And then come on up. Take all that length with you. You're going to reach, reach, reach. And then just allow your left hand to land wherever it does. I like mine just below my knee. And then I reach up a lot through that right hand and open up. Your shoulders and hips are aligned. Maybe arm over ear. Maybe you float your left arm. Maybe you take a half wrap. Go explore. When you find that one that feels delicious in your body, go for that one. Don't go for the one that causes the most strain. I know some of you might be taking this class because you don't have the patience for a 60-minute or a 75-minute class. So practice patience right here. It's only a 30-minute class. Reach your right arm up. Come on back, warrior two. Sink into your knee and gaze over your hand. This time I want you to straighten your left leg. We're going to turn your left foot in. So if you ended up facing away from the screen, go ahead and turn around if you like. Okay, from here, we're going to take your hands behind your back. I'll show you what that looks like. You're going to lace your fingers. Okay, and we're going to take a little standing back bend. But before we do, I want you to look at your feet, turn your big toes in, heels out. From there, I want you to let your hands slide down your booty and just gaze up. Little standing back bend. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, slowly, slowly, I want you to listen to your body. You're going to fold. Now, if your back right now is going, I am not going any further, bring your hands down. Grab your blocks or your paper towels. Have your hands up higher. If your body's okay right now, continue folding, and you'll come into a wide leg forward fold, or Prasarita Padottanasana. So take a couple of deep breaths here. Shake your head out, yes and no. These half-hour classes go way too fast. On your next inhale, find a long spine, come parallel to the floor. Release your hands down. We're going to just take a twist because that feels so good on the back. So your left hand down, take the right arm up to the sky. One more inhale, release and switch. Take your left arm up to the sky. Release that down. We're going to bring your right toes to the front of your yoga mat or the back, wherever you're facing. And we're going to just step back to plank and slowly lower all the way down to your belly. From there, I want you to come back to cobra or upward facing dog. And then roll over those toes, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to come onto your knees. And I want you to bring your hips to either side and just swing your legs around in front of you. If you have a block or a paper towel, have that handy. We're going to come onto your backs and do a hip stretch. Pretty easy one here. We're going to just take your left ankle on your right thigh. We're going to lift your right foot. I want you to lace your fingers behind your right thigh. Flex both feet. And then use up your arms to bring your thighs closer to your chest. So you should feel this in your left hip. If you're not feeling anything, I want you to press your left knee away from you and keep pulling your right thigh closer to you. So left knee away, right thigh closer. Both feet are flexed. If you're feeling absolutely nothing here, you can release the right foot and then come into a supine pigeon on your back where you baby cradle your leg, or put one hand in a foot and one hand on the knee and gently press your shin toward you. One more breath. And then release that and just switch it up. Right ankle on your left thigh. Lift your left foot off the mat. Lace your fingers behind your left thigh. Flex both feet and draw your left thigh toward your chest. And again, if you're not feeling anything, press your right knee away from you. Both feet are flexed. You're pulling your left thigh gently toward your chest, and you're pressing your right knee away from you. You should feel this on the outside of your right hip. If you're not feeling it, you can take that deeper hip opener, bringing that pigeon-shaped leg toward your chest. One more breath here. And then you're going to release that. So now we're in a position for a back bend. So walk your feet towards your body. And I want you to have your toes facing the front of your yoga mat. I know you can't see them, but do what you can to straighten them toward the front and then press into your feet and lift your hips. Now I want you to imagine you have a tennis ball between your upper thighs and you're hugging the tennis ball. So your thighs do not touch, but your thighs are engaged. And then I want you to put energy in your feet. Press down. Notice how that lifts your hips. In this pose, you just look straight up at the ceiling, or if you're outside, you're looking at the sky. Take one more breath, and then curl your spine slowly down to the earth. We're going to do that one more time. So maybe you can walk your feet a little closer. Press down. Lift those hips. If you want a little more, maybe you bend your elbows like robot arms and press down on the elbows to lift your hips. Maybe you lace your fingers underneath your back and walk your shoulder blades. Kind of tuck them underneath you, your shoulder heads, and press down on your feet and lift your hips. Your thighs are still active. Squeeze that imaginary ball. You're looking straight at the ceiling. Give me 2 more breaths here. This is your dose of energy. You're shocking your central nervous system right here. It gives you energy. 1 more breath. If your hands are underneath you, release them. Walk the shoulders out. Slowly lower down. All you need are back bends for energy. You don't need to go grab a coffee or an iced latte. You can just do back bends all day long. Not before bed though. Okay, squeeze your knees in and just gently rock from side to side. So I teach this half-hour class at work, where I work at Farmerlight, so hopefully some of my co-workers can do this at home on their lunch break, and hopefully you can too. So from here, I want you to allow your knees to fall to the right. Extend your left arm and look over your left shoulder. Take a couple of deep breaths here. If you want more of a twist here, your right hand gently presses down on your left knee. I think that just adds an extra bit of yumminess to this pose. Feels so good on my low back. I hope it does for you too. Take your knees the other way. Extend your right arm. Maybe your left hand gently presses on your right knee, and you're looking over your right shoulder. And your right shoulder should be glued to the mat. One more breath. And come on back to center. I want you to have one hand on each knee. I want you to lift your nose up towards your knee and draw your knees toward your nose. Take a big inhale here. Clench everything up. And then as you exhale, let everything go into your final pose, Shavasana. So Shavasana, your feet are wide, you let your feet flop open, arms are at your sides, close your eyes. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Ha. Do that again, big inhale through your nose. And then just let it go. Allow your body to just dissolve into the mat. And allow your body to just stay here for 2, 3, or 4 minutes. We're just at 30 minutes right now. So if you have a couple more minutes that you can just stay and relax and enjoy the benefits of all those poses we just did, your body will thank you for it. So I'm going to stop the video, but I hope that you'll stay a little longer in your Shavasana. And may the sun always shine through your heart, into your smile, and warm your soul. Have a lovely day. Namaste.